Hello and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we take a look at the latest releases. Today we will take a look at the ultra-violent but great fun film called Kill. Indian films do have action, but not this type of skull-smashing and bone-breaking action. It is usually the hero who will overcome a bunch of goons by beating or outwitting them. There will be the odd hand-to-hand combat or the hero running in slow motion and kicking a few of them. But you don't see smartly choreographed gritty fights which get to a point where the hero literally beats the bad guys to a pulp. This is not a film for the faint-hearted who turn their eyes off the screen when they see violence. But for those who can digest violence on screen, knowing that it is smartly choreographed, there is a fair bit to admire here, thanks to Si Yong-oh, who did Snowpiercer for Bong Joon-ho, and Parvez Sheikh, who has choreographed a bunch of Bollywood flicks. Pretty much all parts of the anatomy, barring the ultra-sensitive ones, but the skull, teeth, arms, legs, ribs, eyes, mouth, fingers, nothing is spared. The two ladies seated behind me in the theatre were cheering when the hero takes a fire extinguisher and smashes the bloodthirsty goon till he becomes non-existent. There is violence and gore, but for some it is also cathartic. The body count and high-octane action in the film are also high enough to prompt Chad Stahelski, the director of John Wick, to produce an English remake of this Hindi film. Kill wastes no time in cutting to the chase. In the first shot, we see army commandos return to their base. Amrit, played by newcomer Lakshya, and Viresh, played by Abhishek Chauhan, are like Jay and Viru. And when there is trouble with Amrit's girlfriend, played by Tanya Manikatla, her name is Tulika, they are both off to salvage the situation. But then eventually they have to resort to plan B because Tulika's father Balding Siv Thakur, played by Harsh Chaya, whose name could well be a nod to Sholay, has got her engaged to another bloke. But after the engagement, along with the family and with the commandos in tow, they are all on a train. Amrit even proposes marriage to her in the lavatory of Indian Railways. Parallelly, there are also strangers on the train. A bunch of criminals headed by the veteran Beni, played by Ashish Vidyarthi, who is remotely controlling the operation, and his reckless and hot-headed son Funny, played by Raghav Juyal, who is in charge on the train. Their objective is to loot the train and use their weapons if need be. Ali Baba didn't quite have to fight the 40 thieves this way, but the two commandos had to battle out this army of machetes, knives and other sharp object-wielding goons, not forgetting the axe and the hammer. They are worse than zombies on a train. Now this gang is a very family-loving gang in the sense whenever one of them gets killed, they mourn his death. Some of them are even related to each other, and since many or most of them die one by one, the survivors get more vengeful. But they also have their principles. We see a young man being reprimanded by his father for a needless death which he causes. As the film progresses, the machetes, sickles and knives get more active than before, and common sense along with a few heads get smashed on the commode and other parts of the train. The first half is a bit slack compared to the second. There are no opening credits and the title of the film comes at the intermission, giving you ample idea about the shape of things to come. Understandably, the first half is about the build-up, but that shouldn't have stopped the filmmakers from throwing in a few cinematic punches. Also, there are a few of those standard Bollywood moments given that we have a lovey-dovey couple on screen. It would have worked even better without that little flab which is mostly used to change the tempo of the film. To its credit, Kill also works without any big names in it. Except for Ashish Vidyarthi and Harsh Chaya, who are largely in the background, there are no notable faces here, but they all deliver the goods on the acting front. Kill may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I'll tell you what. It is still fun to watch a one-man army taking on the baddies and beating them up. I'm going to go with 3.5 out of 5 stars for this actioner Kill. Well, that's what I thought of Kill, which was released this week. Do let us know what you think, and I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye.